So a little bit of extra damage is not going to be enough for Boogie, especially in the late game, to be able to actually 100-0 this guy. So that could definitely be a Dax into that situation where he could nonstop be pushing, be in the opponent's face, you know, always know that if the enemy jungler shows up, it's a 2v2. And if your top laner is already winning, if they're winning heavily, well, the 2v2 should be winning as well, right? So it felt like they were trying to change things up a little bit, and I did like that they were mixing that in, because while Summit does have a clear weakness, he also has a very defined strength, right? He is by far the best 1v1 solo laner in the league right now, it feels like, right? You know, he's able to create those massive advantages that other people aren't often able to replicate.
And that was always the question with this roster for Team Liquid is, if you're going to go into this season with one...
You get out there on the map as soon as you hit 6, if you can get that first kill, it feels so good.
Pyosik is in the jungle right now. It's going to find Boogie. I believe Maple has first roam, and Chime is also here, so Pyosik, I don't even know if he can flash out of this one. He turns out the lights, but there's nowhere for him to go to. However, Haeri's trying to give him a window of exit, but it's still first blood over to Chime, and TSM punish on Pyosik being overextended.
Raptors?
That's disrespectful.
That is super disrespectful. It's like, where is Boogie going to be on the map? He's going to come up to those camps that are up on the top side, and you are walking towards mid lane, where of course Maple is going to have first move. So that is just really, really poor pathing from Pyosik that ends up getting himself killed. I talked about the importance of getting something with that first ulti. What did he get with it? First blood for the other team.
Yeah. I'm a little curious why Team Liquid wanted to pressure for this hero. They didn't have Smite unless they were hoping, because that first one was cast because he was caught out. There was no drive in tempo for the side of Team Liquid, so it's still TSM that are in control of this game because of this.
Yeah, it's pretty rough, right? And I think in that situation, he honestly should have just kind of taken the L, except he was going to die. Because there's 3 members around him, I don't really see how the Nocturne ult was ever going to get him out. Yeah, sure, he spell shields the Q from Boogie, but the buy ult is going to be there to follow up.
Yeah.
There's a Karma in the area, there's Maple coming, so it seemed like a really low percentage play to actually spend it. And as you say, it is a very... Haeri was actually already coming out of base, can get up towards that top lane faster.
Yeah.
And this way, you're not going to give up any farm.
Oh, Core sitting on a ward. Actually, no, it was a fog of vision, but I guess TSM was able to catch him out while he was still by himself. That's another Rift Herald going over to TSM. I think it was going to be theirs anyway, but they just got a free kill on top of it, too.
Yeah, that's great. I mean, another kill there for TSM, and they're playing a really good early game here. TL has been a very strong team when it comes to the early minutes of the game.
Bot solo has been forced out by Summit.
Mega's going to expire. This is the problem. With Mega expired, I really don't know how they win this.
Yeah, now they're just going to turn right onto Summit. He has Flash, but can he even get out? They turn out the lights with Paranoia. Summit still doesn't get out alive. Haeri has made his arrival. He looks for a huge Skies Descend, but there's not much damage follow-up from Team Liquid on back of it.
Yeah, I mean, that's a great ult. That was a 5-man ult, but your top laner's already dead. Your support's running away. Yeon can't go in there 1v5. Nocturne already used his ult, so there's nothing really to come through. And I just felt like it was a really ill-conceived fight in the first place from TL. I'm looking at the position, I'm looking at the map setup, I'm looking at the items. It seemed like a really by the time this dragon spawns, but it's going to be a forced fight. They're going to have to go for it.
Okay, well, this is the first offensive Paranoia we've seen onto a solo target, but unfortunately for Team Liquid, Maple is not by himself. Boogie goes golden with the stasis, and they turn it right on back. Pyosik gets exploded. You know,
just kidding.
Solo just driving through saying, you cannot cross here.
This team all back, just... And then the rest of the TSM members start piling in. You spent all your resources to try to knock down this Syndra, and you don't have much left in the tank. And now, push is going to come to shove here. And unfortunately, Yeon did not get to his Navori. He didn't actually have time to buy it. So he is going to be on 1 item against 3 completed items per turtle.
Yeah.
So this has got to be a steal. You've got to look for a steal.
They turn off the lights, but Sol is secured for TSM. Can Team Liquid even turn around this fight? They're onto the back line, but he's already golden, and WildTurtle's just kiting, hitting one after another, free firing like it's shooting fish in a barrel. TSM easily clean up Team Liquid, send Summon and Core packing.
Yeah, which really speaks to the desperate situation the TL were in, maybe hoping to try to get an ace, get a Baron off of that. But this basically seals the deal. You're 24 minutes in, it's a 5K gold lead. They're going to go for the Baron as well. TL have no choice but to try. I mean, this is desperate times call for desperate measures. Probably not going to work out, but we'll see what Summon can get done.
Oh, WildTurtle Arcane shifts forwards, and he's pumping out a lot of damage. Ezreal. He went Duskblade, so anytime he gets a kill or an assist, he's going to go invisible. He's going to just Arcane shift over the wall so he can be safe while they're tanking down this Baron, and it is secured safely for TSM. Summon wants to see if he can capitalize on one. All right, all right. Unfortunately, Chime, you don't get to go home with the
top side. His job is just to slow him down because the cavalry is coming and Summit is far up in lane.
I don't think there's any point in burning a flash. He's just going to take the death valiantly. WildTurtle picks up his 5th kill. That could have been deadly for him. Boogie still on the chase, looking for at least one straggler. Yeon is not going to get locked down, but it forces Core to flash away as well. And then turning him down. Look at the damage coming out from TSM. And Team Liquid are not at all prepared to contest this Elder Dragon.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be him dying eventually here. Does end up going down there to this game, and I think you're going to remember Turtle kind of popping off on the Ezreal, having all the items, but I feel like Boogie has really played this game out incredibly well.
Sure.
Has been so much more impactful than his counterpart on the other side, and this is going to be Elder plus Soul. They can use that to get Baron, which is spawning in 30, and then that's triple mega buffs basically here for TSM.
Yep.
And the game is theirs to close. So much experience in the LCS, and he's at the top of leaderboards and LCS in so many stats because he's been playing around since almost the very beginning here. And TSM now will do their due diligence, grab up the Baron. They have the Soul, they have the Elder, they're grabbing the Baron, and then it's just well and truly time to push, right? Time to get something done here. You don't want to allow TL to kind of have any sort of chance to get back into this game. So push up, look to really close.
Short work of these structures.
Yeah, I think TL is making the call. Just don't fight until Elder expires. That means you're giving up at least 2 of these inhibs. We'll see if it's going to be even more, though, as now they're starting to try to get some damage out on Solo, but just not really going to matter. He's just going to shrug it off and turn around.
Summon is going to go Mega, but will he get a chance to do anything? No! The Elder Dragon smites him down! TSM now dealing with a 5-on-4 in the base of Team Liquid. They still have an empowered cannon minion to work with. But it looks like they're going to take their leave. They won't press their advantage. Or just waiting for this next minion wave. Just waiting for someone else from Team Liquid to overstep.
Yeah, Turtle just ulting that wave in top lane, trying to get that going. So the waves crashed here at the same time. Top and mid are pushing in. Solo's just going to take up the turrets.
Pyosik is going to turn out the lights. Are they going to pick a target? They go into Boogie, but I don't think that's going to get anything done. Huge skies descend from Haeri, but where's the damage follow-up? Yeon needs to be able to pump out damage as fast as possible. He goes, oh my goodness, where did he go? WildTurtle pops him. And now TSM, they don't have to deal with the Zeri. They don't have to deal with the Gnar, so surely this game should be theirs to close out, but Team Liquid are going to make them fight for it. Chime is going to go golden as he holds Pyosik in line, flashing away. TSM have only dropped 1 in Boogie, but it's 2-on-4. Summon is respawned,